Raki by Letitia Elizabeth Landon. There's dust upon the distant wind and shadow on the skies, and anxiously the maiden strains her long expecting eyes, and fancies she can catch the light far flashing from the sword, and see the silver crescents raised of him, the Mogul lord. She stands upon a lofty tower and gazes o'er the plain. Alas, that eyes so beautiful should turn on heaven in vain. 'Tis but a sudden storm whose weight is darkening on the air. The lightning sweeps the hill, but shows no coming warriors there. Yet crimson as the morning ray, she wears the robe of pride that binds the gallant Humaioon, a brother, to her side. His gift, what time around his arm the glittering band was rolled, with stars of every precious stone enwrought in shining gold. Bound by the Raki's sacred tie, his ready aid to yield, though beauty waited in the bower and glory in the field. Why comes he not, the chieftain vowed, to this her hour of need? Has honor no devotedness, has chivalry no speed? The Rajput's daughter gazes around, she sees the plain afar, spread shining to the sun, which lights no trace of coming war. The very storm has passed away, as neither earth nor heaven one token of her sympathy had to her anguish given, and still more hopeless than when last she on their camp looked down, the foemen's gathered numbers close around the devoted town. And daily in that fatal trench the chosen soldiers fall, and spread themselves a rampart vain around that ruined wall. Her eyes upon her city turn, alas, what can they meet? But famine and despair and death in every lonely street. Woman and child wander pale, or with despairing eye look farewell to their native hearths, and lay them down to lie. She seeks her palace, where her court collects mournful bands of maidens who but watch and weep and wring their very hands. One word there came from her white lip, one word, she spoke no more. But that word was for life and death the young queen named the Re. A wild shriek filled those palace halls, one shriek, it was the last. All womanish complaint and wail have in its utterance passed. They kneel at Kurnavati's feet, they bathe her hands in tears, when hurrying to the task of death each calm and stern appears. There's a mighty cavern close beside the palace gate, dark gloomy temple, meet to make such sacrifice to fate. There heap they up all precious woods, the sandal and the rose, while fragrant oils and essences like some sweet river flows. In shawls from rich cashmere, and robes from darkest golden loom, and caskets filled with Orient pearls, or yet more rare perfume, and lulls and rafts, all graceful toys of woman's gentle care, are heaped upon the royal pile, the general doomed to share. But weep for those the human things, so lovely and so young, the panting hearts which still to life so passionately clung. Some bound to this dear earth by hope, and some by love's strong thrill, and yet dishonor's high disdain was paramount with all. Her silver robe flowed to her feet with jewels circled round, and in her long and raven hair the regal gems were bound. And diamonds blaze, a ruby and pearl were glittering in her zone, and there with starry emerald set, radiant, Kanjar shone. The youthful sultana led the way, while in her glorious eyes shone spiritual the clear deep light that is in moonlit skies. Pale and resolved, her noble brow was worthy of a race whose proud blood flowed in those blue veins, unconscious of disgrace. Solemn and slow with mournful chant come that devoted band, and Kurnavati follows last, a red hawk in her hand. She fires the pile, a death-black smoke mounts from that dreary cave, fling back the city gates, the foe can now find but a grave. Hark, the fierce music on the wind, the battle, the gong, the stern avenger is behind, he has not tarried long. They brought his summons, though he stood before his plighted bride, they brought his summons, though he stood in all but victory's pride. Yet down he flung the bridal wreath, he left the field unwon, all that a warrior might achieve young Humaioon had done. Too late, he saw the reddening sky, he saw the smoke arise, a few faint stragglers lived to tell the Rani's sacrifice. But still, the monarch held a sword and had a debt to pay, small cause had Budur to boast the triumph of that day. Again the lone streets flowed with blood, and though too late to save, vengeance was the funeral rite of Kurnavati's grave.